Jordan Peterson's sort of rhetoric is like really sneaky foundational stuff for a lot of right-wing rhetoric. Specifically, just in like a lot of the incel stuff. It definitely makes women out to be like literal dragons of chaos, but also like sexual marketplace is like a huge thing in those corners. Scapegoating, he's really great at scapegoating. He's really good at
Well, it would be helpful if he said what was wrong with like the sexual marketplace metaphor.
Well, you know, the
I mean, aren't
leftists
they the
don't
guys
believe
that
in
are?
evolution anymore, Adam.
Well, I mean, there could be two meanings here. You could be talking about the Evo Psych aspect of it, like mate value, or you could be talking about actual prostitution, which last I heard, the progressives are completely in favor of, right? Pornography, prostitution, all that stuff. So.
Wait a minute. Are you coming out against prostitution, Adam? Oh my God.
Well, no, I'm just saying what is it seems like he agrees.
Yeah, I know.
What's the thing here? Oh yeah, they talk about sexual marketplace. Ooh.
Well,
It's like,
for
what do you mean?
For all the stuff that they're talking about, you know, they're sitting in front of a computer, they're making a YouTube video. I mean, I guess this is clipped from a stream or something, so they're too lazy. But they could bring up the clips they're talking about, right? They could bring up whatever they're referring to instead of just vaguely, you know, mentioning it.
Sure.
Like, who knows what they're fucking talking about?
I've contemplated bringing up half a dozen clips, and we're barely started here.
Shrugging off the responsibility in general, even if he's not using another scapegoat. He's like, basically, like society is what's wrong, not you. You're not what's wrong. It's that you need to reclaim.
Oh my God!
This
is down.
This is okay.
Left is right. What the fuck, or what is happening here?
This is the part when I was listening to this video. I said, "Oh my God, this is insane. This is insane. Imagine reading all of Jordan Peterson's books and then thinking that his message is society is wrong. You don't have to change. Society has to change. What are we living? This is backwards, bizarro world."
I just fucking brought this up. This is one of the rules that was cut from Ta-Nehisi Coates' 12 rules, right?
Yes.
Fix yourself before you take on the world, right? What the fuck are we doing here? This guy, he read crazy. An entire chapter based on that rule.
Yes.
And the thing that he just said came out of his mouth.
Yes. This is the main criticism that leftists levy against Jordan Peterson, is that they say, oh, and I think this is even the conversation Ezra Klein or someone that had against Jordan Peterson, saying, oh, well, you know, he focuses too much on improving yourself as opposed to improving the world.
Yeah, and, totally.
You know, how much do you have to improve yourself before you can improve the world? This has been one of the major criticisms that the leftists had against Jordan Peterson. And Jake is like living in backwards, bizarro world where it's the opposite.
Rule 6, set your house in perfect order before you criticize the world.
Right.
Fucking your house, dude. Your house.
Could you imagine reading an entire person's book, covering all their material, and then getting their main tenant completely ass backwards?
Well, for these two, yeah, I honestly I can't imagine.
Like, why would you? But this is what I'm saying. Why would you ever trust anything that comes out of either their mouths after this point? Like, these people are just literally fucking morons. Just beyond help.
Well, I don't know. That could be habit, maybe. I don't know.
Another scapegoat. He's like, basically, like society is what's wrong, not you. You're not what's wrong.
It's so funny because I believe this whole Red Skull article or like storyline has kind of infiltrated his thinking here, because that's kind of what the storyline in the Red Skull thing is.
Right.
What
that's
he's
a good
saying.
point.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Society's done you wrong. Society's done you dirty. Join the Red Skull.
That's funny because it shows that he so wants this comparison to make sense that even though the Red Skull in the comic is advocating for this total reverse straw man bullshit position that Jordan Peterson is literally advocating for the opposite of, because he wants the comparison to make sense, in his mind, he's already like merged them together.
Totally. Yeah. The power of framing.
Right.
It's that you need to reclaim society and make it what it should be someday. But first, to do that, we have to set a foundation.
Oh my God. It's so, again, like, this is the rule that all the activists hate.
I know.
Oh my God.
And it's funny because he's criticizing this. This is literally the social justice dogma.
Yes.
Is that you don't have to change. Society has done you dirty.
Yeah, and it should change for you. Yeah, he's literally.
This is like
This is his dogma.
Yes, this is like insane hyper projection, not just from Jake, but from Ta-Nehisi Coates. He's projecting his literal worldview onto Jordan Peterson and then making it a Nazi worldview. Well, that's what he's advocating.
Oh my God, this is insanity. And you can't say we're taking him out of context because he said it like 3 times now.
Yes,
like he's worded it differently 3 times.
For you specific. It's pretty nefarious, and it's obviously very effective.
Hold on, I feel like
right. It is. Wait, but he's right. It is very nefarious. I'm glad that Jake acknowledges.
Oh, he finally agrees with us.
Yeah, that leftism, that current woke leftism is nefarious. Thank you. I agree.
I'm gonna back it up a tiny bit because I feel like an editor would realize that he was going off into a ditch here and cut out a bunch like for him rewording it.
Oh, you think it got cut?
I don't know. It seems like it did.
You know what? Like society is what's wrong, not you. You're not what's wrong. It's that you need to reclaim society and make it what it should be someday. But first, to do that, we have to set a foundation for you specifically. It's pretty nefarious, and it's obviously very effective.
Yeah.
So if you haven't seen it, we did a whole review of his original book. No,
there's an audio glitch. I know why.
Yeah. Can you bring up? I'm curious to bring up Rule 6 now, because they have a video, right? Rule 6, set your house. I mean, I'm just curious. It seems like you could probably clip that out right next to this.
Right.
Just a nice solid meme of him contradicting himself. It'd be pretty easy to do.
But I'm glad that we watched this video because I didn't realize until just now that the Red Skull strawman of Jordan Peterson is literally the projection of social justice wokeism.
It is.
We're telling you that your flaws are not your fault, that it's society that's the problem, and society needs to change. The only difference is that they're saying it's because of racism and sexism.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah,
they're literally advocating for what Red Skull's advocating while complaining that Jordan Peterson is the Red Skull while he's saying the exact opposite thing.
Dude, we're in Inception land here. This is fucking crazy shit. How many levels of dreamland have we gone into?
We're 20 levels deep in Inception, okay?
This is
nothing
crazy
makes
shit.
any sense. Everything's backwards.
We have to, this is a little side, but we have to, man, I'm dying to see the Jordan Peterson, John McWhorter talk. We brought it up last week, and we have to like
the original. Oh, you mean like a new talk?
No, a new talk. I see Jordan Peterson inviting people on his podcast on Twitter like every day now, and we gotta like put those two together just because this John McWhorter. John McWhorter is basically been chastised by the left for making the same exact argument that like get over racism. Okay, racism is 1,000 times better than it was when his dad was a kid and when he was a kid, and like John McWhorter says if anything being black helped him succeed because of all the affirmative action programs that were offered to him. He says he's done better because of it, and that if you're not taking advantage of this, then what the fuck? What are you doing?
Well, I think more than, I don't know if you said get over it, but more so that this idea that if
racism
you keep
will
telling
hold you
yourself
back.
that society's out to get you,
Yeah.
then you're going to fail.
Yes.
And that to him, it's very insulting to act like black people can't move ahead. Like you're just pitying black people. Black people are these poor, unfortunate souls that have no free will or control over their own lives.
John McWhorter's like, fuck you. I've worked my ass off to be where I am.
Right.
Ugh, insulting.